Do you know that starting from January 2019, even though you are not SST registrant, you may also need to declare SST and pay SST to custom? Check this out. Now, recently, many people are arguing, saying that all people need to go and register SST. But some people say no need. And non-SST registrant just need to declare and pay SST. So why are such confusions happen? It's because of one thing. It's called importation of taxable service. So what is this all about? Let's see why this happened and what actually you should do even though you are non-SST registrant. And there's something very important to you is SST.You form. Check this out. Now, to understand more about SST, what you need to do is you need to go to this portal. It's My SST Portal. It's mysst.customs.gov.my. It's very similar with GST portal last time. Everything that you need to know about SST is inside this portal. Okay, so what I want you to focus is go down here, latest announcement, and there is an announcement on 11th of January. So latest industry guide for imported services. Come here, click in. Okay, then you scroll down and you can find that over here there is something called Perkhidmatan Bercukai Diimport. This is taxable importation of taxable service. Go in. Now, what we want to discuss today are based on this. Okay, of course we can go to Act and things like that, but that is very difficult to understand. So this is very easy to understand and this is very practical. I'll make it bigger so you can see clearly. Okay, scroll down. Okay. Scroll down. The first thing I want you to know is there's something called Perkhidmatan Bercukai, that's taxable service. In GST era, all service is taxable, okay? But in SST era, only certain service is taxable. So what is the taxable service? What you need to do is go back to the previous screen. This is all the taxable service, okay? Now, inside all this grouping, there are subsections. So, for example, inside accommodations, okay, there is more than hotels, okay, Airbnb and motel is all under accommodations. So, if you want to know better, there's another place that you can go is my company website. It's syntax.com.my. Okay, syntax.com.my, you can go to SST, go in, and you can see service type code. Example for other service providers, this is the subcategory. Okay, this is all taxable service. Then you go to number 2, this is another set of taxable service, accommodation, food and beverage, and so on. Number 3, this professional got public accountant, you got IT. So this is all taxable service. So now you understand taxable service already. The next step is to understand importation of taxable service, meaning that you are in Malaysia and you receive the taxable service from a service provider from overseas. Then this is called importation of taxable service. Okay, others you can read through, no problems. Okay, we scroll down. Okay, we scroll down. I want you to look at this example. Now, this is very easy to understand. With this example, Company A have been charged by a company from US of US dollar 1,000. So what you need to do is the US company will not charge you service tax. you need to account for the service tax yourself, meaning that you need to multiply 6% to this $1,000 and you get $60. And over here is stated it need to convert to Ringgit Malaysia using Bank Negara rate. So what you need to do, we go to Bank Negara website. Okay, we search for Bank Negara and you can see something called exchange rate over here. Click in. Then you get all the rate according to different currency. Now, take an example. Today is 18th of January 2019. The rate is 4.1160. You use this rate, multiply 60, then you get the Ringgit Malaysia amount. So you need to use that amount to declare SST yourself. So we continue. So company B received a service from a company from Germany. The invoice is Ringgit Malaysia 5,000, which provided by a representative company B for the German company in Malaysia. So company B is the German company representative in Malaysia. The invoice is issued by company B in Malaysia, not the German company, but you still need to account for the service tax. 6% multiplied by the 5,000 ringgit equal to 300. You need to account for the 300 ringgit, declare it and pay to custom. Okay. Now scroll down a bit. So when is the due date? For any taxable imported service, then the due date will be at the time of payment or at the time invoice received. See which one is earlier. So for invoice received date is also equal to when you key in as an accounting record. Normally it's based on you key into the accounting system date also. Okay, so take this example. The IT department of company A received the invoice from an overseas supplier on 1st of March 2019 for a service that will be provided on 20th of March. That means he received the invoice first, then only he received the service. After the invoice received and confirmed by the IT department, it passed to the account department on 27th of March. That means we assume that 27th of March account department received the invoice and will key into the system. Meaning that the time of supply is defined on 27th of March 2019. So this one will take as the so-called time of supply in GST terms. Okay. So for people who register under service tax, then we need to use SST.You to submit in the B1 sections. For non-SST registrant, pembayaran cukai oleh orang yang tidak berdaftar cukai perkhidmatan, non-service tax registrant, under this act, okay, you have the responsibilities to declare and to pay the service tax. Okay, unless you are you are exempted for it. Okay, what you need to do is you need to use a form called SST.You. Okay, then the payment can pay by electronically through my SST Portal or by check or bank draft and post to custom in Kelana Jaya. So you need to look into SST.You forms how to do that. So at the end of this video, I'll discuss in details every sections in the SST-02A form because everyone will be impacted. Okay. Now, very important things. SST-02A form and the payment cannot later than the next month last day for the taxable we call it time of supply. Take an example. So company A is a non-SST registrant, agree to get the service from a US company, from US of course. Then company A already paid the upfront payment, maybe a deposit, 10% from the total amount of this on 1st of March. Now, the service will starting on 15th of March and will end at 14th of June. That means the service will be provided for a period from March to June. So how to calculate? First thing is 10% from this amount, you get 500,000. So use 500,000 multiplied by 6%, you get 30,000. So company A need to use SST-02A form and pay the 30,000 before 30th of April. Why 30th of April? Because the deposit is paid on 1st of March. So last day of the next month will be before 30th of April. So this is the first thing. Secondly, company A then is asked to pay 1 million to the US company on 15th of April. So you need to use the 1 million multiplied by 6%, then you get 60,000. Company A need to use the SST-02A form and pay the 60,000 before 31st of May 2019. Why 31st? Because of this happened in April, then last day of next month will be 31st of May. Now, continue. On 16th of June, the US company have given the invoice of this amount to company A, and the invoice have been received on 23rd of June and record in the system on 30th of June. So company A need to pay the balance of 3,500,000 to US company on 15th of August. So how to calculate? The service tax need to calculate or pay by company A is the balance multiplied by 6% and you get 210,000, and need to use the SST-02A form and pay this amount 210,000 before 31st of July. Okay, why? Because the invoice is in, everything happened in June, then the next month will be 31st of July. Now, just in case you are late, so what happened? If you are late, then there will be penalty. So the penalty will be, the first 30 days will be 10%, next 30 days will be 15%, the next 30 days again will be 15%. So this is the penalty that you will gonna if you are late to make the payment. Now, can you see this is how important to understand what is importation of taxable service, and also it not only will impact to SST registrant, it may also impact to everyone that is non-SST registrant. So there is penalty. Imagine you only find out this in April or even next year, and the things already happened in January 2019. Can you imagine the penalty you will get if these things happen every month? That is a serious issue. So let's continue and study deeper and share deeper what is other things that you must understand. Okay. Next one, you need to know that even though you are non-SST registrant, you still need to keep all the records that's relating to the importation of taxable service for 7 years and in English and Bahasa Malaysia. Okay, let's go through the Q&A. And I think this Q&A is very important and is very useful. The first thing is, if a company A staff getting a hotel accommodation service in overseas, is the company A need to pay for the service tax? So the answer is no. Why? Because the service is in overseas, meaning that it's not an importation. So it's not applicable. The next one, for those who are non-SST registrant or not registered under service tax, do they need to pay for the importations of taxable service? Yes. So the answer is over here. Anyone that is non-SST registrant, if you do have the importation of taxable service, you need to calculate, declare, and pay. Okay, it's very straightforward. ABC company import IT service from a UK company on 1st of December and receive the invoice on 15th of January. So do ABC company need to pay for the service tax? The answer is no, because the service is before the act happened, meaning that it's before 1st of January 2019. So next one, company DEF is a non-service tax registrant getting a service from 1st of November 2018 until 30th of October 2019. So the invoice for that service received on October 15, 2018 and need to make payment every month starting 1st of November 2018. So is DEF need to pay for the service tax? The answer is yes, but only for the service starting from January 2019 until 30th of October 2019. And DEF company need to use the SST.You form every month starting from February until November to declare and pay. Why? Because he paid every month. Then also, let's say why it's starting from February is because January service, payment in January, the due date will be February, because you need to declare pay next month. Okay, so the next questions will be nilai pertukaran wang. Okay, or this is exchange rate. Where to get this is from Bank Negara Malaysia. Number 6, the company D is a sole agent for a IT company service provider called FCO. FCO appoint company D to issue invoice to the IT service which given by or supplied by FCO to Malaysian customer. Okay, meaning that service is performed or supplied by FCO from overseas, but the invoice is from company D, which is a Malaysia company. So is this IT service is a taxable service that is import even though the invoice is issued by a Malaysia company? Yes. Okay, that taxable service is a importation of taxable service from company FCO. That's why for Malaysia customer need to calculate or account for that taxable service and calculate the amount, declare and make the payment. So Sinco in Singapore is getting a service from a Australia consultant V. This company is called Consultant V for a building in Putrajaya, Malaysia. So Consultant V issue the invoice to Sinco in Singapore for the service in Malaysia. So is Sinco need to declare this taxable service or service tax? Sinco no need to declare because Sinco is not a Malaysia company, and this is very straightforward. So this is all the FAQ that you have.
Now hang on, I know you are very excited to check all your transactions whether you do have the importation of taxable service or not. Do not forget, there's one more thing that we need to learn together, which is the most important part, SST.You form. So let's have a look.
Now, to get the SST.You form, what you need to do is just go back to your My SST Portal, go to Registration and Guide, go to Registrations, go to SST Regulations, then go to Service Tax Regulation 218 and the Amendment 3. Of course, you can scroll down and look through all these details, but what I want you to do is we just go directly to this page where we can see the SST.You form. Let's make it bigger for you to easier to read through. The first thing is to fill up this, all the wording must be in capital letter, okay, and you can refer to a guide. Then all the field that come with the asterisk or small star is compulsory field. You need to fill it up. And let's say there's no value, just put 0. Okay, the first thing in part A is your number, or is your company number, okay? That means your SSM number, or this part is put in your IC number if you are enterprise maybe. Then this is your company name, your company address, town, postcode, and the state. This is your phone number, fax number. Let's say you do not have, put a 0. Your email address. At this point of time, what is this transaction for? Is only for importation of taxable service. Okay, maybe in future there will be others. Okay, so now even though you are not SST registrant, SST is related to you already. Okay, so what is the period of declarations? Meaning that let's say the service importation of service happened in January. So what you need to put here is 1st of January to 01/01/19 to 31st 3/1/01/19. Okay, this is the so-called taxable period. Okay, now over here you need to declare the taxable service amount, then 6%. This will be the SST amount, meaning that if the taxable service 1,000 and you calculate 6% is 60, so 1,060 for the total of importation of taxable service for that particular month. Okay, if there is others, at this moment there shouldn't be any others, so it's 0. Then you put in the total figure over here, and then the penalty. Okay, what is the penalty amount? Now remember, just now we have go through a schedule, 10% for the first 30 days, then second 30 days is 15, then another 30 days is 15. Now, different from GST, last time GST TAP portal, the system itself, the portal itself will help you to calculate the penalty. Now in SST, it's very weird, okay? You need to calculate the penalty yourself. Let's say you supposed to submit, okay, your SST.You form in February for your January importation of taxable service, but you did this in March. That means there will be 10% of penalty. Then you just put 10 over here, then calculate the total amount. Then this is the actual total when you have the the SST amount plus penalty amount. Then you have the total amount. Okay. Then scroll down, this is the declarations, your signature, the date of the declarations, the persons that do the declarants, then the IC number of this person, normally is the boss, then the designations and telephone number, just in case the customer want to contact you. So leave this part for office use for custom officer. So this is what you need to submit to custom if you are non-SST registrant for importation of taxable service. This is called SST.You form.
Now, up to now, I think everyone understands how this importation of taxable service for non-SST registrant work and how you need to fill it up for the SST.You form and to submit to custom. Now, if you think that this is very important information, do share with others, and if you like this info that I share you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also like my Facebook and follow my Facebook. Once again, I'm Bryan, and see you next time. Thank you.